All right, so you are in the need for a gaming headset and you need one on the cheap. Whether you're shopping for yourself, a friend, or a family member, even if you're looking for something low budget, you should still know what to look for. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing one of the cheapest and most popular headsets on Amazon and also explain why I think you could do a little bit better. Let's get started. This is the Bengoo G9000. It's a gaming headset that works on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, the Nintendo Switch, and PC. You can usually find this headset on Amazon for around $30 or less, and for that price you get the headset itself, and you might even get a Y adapter for the PC. I say might because according to the Amazon listing, no such adapter is supposed to be included with this headset. And I even saw some Amazon reviews that complained about not getting an adapter, but I received one, and I've also seen other Amazon reviews that claim to have received one in their package. So I'm going to assume that more recent orders, they are thrown into the box, but buyer beware, you've been warned on that one. In regards to the overall looks and aesthetics of the headset, I would say that if I were in middle school, I would think this would look really cool, but yeah, I just think that this whole loud gamer design is really just kind of tacky, to be honest. Now, for the price of this headset, I'm not exactly surprised by its build quality. It's made of a really cheap plastic, and while I don't think someone like myself would end up breaking this, I don't know if I would really feel confident giving this to a younger child. The pads on both the band and the ear cups are made of a cheap fake leather material that is pretty minimal in terms of its padding amount, and when I wear this on my head, it's actually quite uncomfortable after only about 20 to 30 minutes of playtime before I end up having to take it off and adjust it back on my ears. Oh, and a random nitpick about this headset, it appears to come with a USB cable. This is meant to power the LED lights on the headset. The problem is that the USB cable is so short that unless you have a USB extension cable, I don't see how there's any way that you'll be able to hook it up to your console while the headset's connected to the controller. So you end up having no use of the lights and the USB cable just sort of dangles there. To Bengoo's credit, on the cable, it does have an easy to access volume wheel and a mic mute switch, and the cable itself for the headset is braided, which is always a welcome touch. As far as audio quality goes on this thing, it's satisfactory. I mean, if you've ever bought a cheap pair of $20 headphones, that's kind of what you should expect from this thing. I'm happy to say that it's not like super muddy or anything like that. It's pretty just lackluster across the board. It's not going to give you any sort of advantage. It just does the job of being headphones that give you audio. All right, so as far as how the microphone quality on this headset goes, well, this is it. This is the microphone plugged directly into my computer. It's running on OBS with 0 filters going on, so no noise gate, no compressor, no EQ. It's just plugged in, and this is how it sounds. We might end up boosting the volume in post just to kind of make things good for the video. If we end up doing that, we'll make sure to let you know with text on the screen right now. But yeah, this is how the microphone sounds. I've been told by some people that it's a little quiet. I've been told by some people it sounds, fine for just a real cheap headset. But for me personally, when I was listening back to it, yes, it is a cheap headset, so the mic quality is expected to not be that good. But I just found it to be really disappointing because it's really heavy in the low end. I find it to be really muddy, and it's just almost non-existent in the mids and highs. So that's primarily where the human voice tends to sit in terms of like clarity and the dictation. A lot of that's picked up in the mids and in the highs. So it's kind of a little odd that it would be just so muddy in the low end, but it is what it is. That's just my opinion. I'd like to hear your thoughts on the mic quality in the comments down below. All right, so here's the thing. This does technically function. It does everything that a basic gaming headset is supposed to do. And if you happen to find this on a pretty heavy discount on Amazon, you're probably not gonna do a whole lot better for that low of a price. Now, with that being said, I do think there are some other options that you should consider. Personally, for me, if you're on a strict budget, I would really recommend looking at the SteelSeries Arctis One. It's budget friendly, has a solid mic for its price, and it even shares the same audio drivers as its more premium counterpart, the Arctis 7, so it's going to sound a lot better than the G9000. Other options I would recommend looking into are the HyperX Alpha Pro or the Razer Kraken V3. Look up some reviews on those headsets and see which one that you like more. I really think that any of those headsets will give you a better experience than the Bengoo headset or frankly any of the cheap no-name headsets that you can find on Amazon. It's also worth mentioning that if you get something that's more name brand like the SteelSeries or the Razer or the HyperX headset, you're much more likely to have a better customer support experience if down the line something goes wrong with that headset. I'm willing to bet that if the Bengoo or any other cheap Amazon headset breaks on you and you're outside that Amazon return window, you're gonna have a bad time. A lot of times in order to keep costs down for these no-name brands, they basically cut a lot of corners, and one of the corners that often gets cut is QA. So there's a good chance that a lot of times these headsets, even if it might work for, you know, the first few weeks or so, a lot of times you'll find that something might go wrong in the future. So yeah, there's my review of the Bengoo G9000 and why I think you could do better with your money. Again, the price is cheap and I get it. You know, sometimes you just need something that works, and technically this has worked fine for the couple weeks that I've used it, but I think that you could get a lot more mileage out of your dollar by getting something a bit more reputable. If you have a personal recommendation for a budget headset that I didn't mention, feel free to drop it in the comments down below so other people can look it up. Also, I'll make sure to leave Amazon affiliate links in the description down below for the headsets that I recommended in this video if you want to check those out for yourself and support the channel in the process. But yeah, that about does it for this one, everyone. Thank you as always for watching the video and checking out the channel. Let us know whether or not you liked this video by hitting that like or dislike button. And if you're new around here, consider subscribing to the channel. And yeah, that's enough rambling out of me. Thank you again so much for watching. My name is Blake, and for all things tech, games, to really anything nerdy in between, be sure and subscribe to Digital Cynics. Have a good one, everyone. We'll see you next time.